Want to know. I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Cap Nation Live, Saturday, the 4th of September. What is going on, everybody? Beautiful and blessed Saturday. Busy morning all the way around. We've got some construction going on in the parking lot. I think they must have got some government funds or something because they're tearing up the concrete again. If you guys remember 2 years ago, they did that shit like 6 times. Apparently, they're doing it again. So if you guys hear some jackhammering, yeah, it's us hammering the books. It's just those premium plays going 3-0. Or it could be some construction crews next door. And believe it or not, they got a big-ass bulldozer. I don't know what the hell they're knocking down, but they got a bulldozer. They got a massive tractor. And they got a bunch of little grunts out there with a jackhammer. So expect the building to be shaking. Alrighty. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thoroughly excited for today. I'm ready for a monster bounce back. Ready for a great day. Premium Plays had a nice day yesterday. They salvaged a rough day. Premium Plays definitely were the shining light that at least I know I needed yesterday. Shane says, dang, you have gold under your parking lot. Man, we must have something because they dig up the parking lot more than I have ever seen anybody do any construction. As long as they don't clip that internet line, which they've done before, as long as they don't do that, we're good. Brandon, 33, says, let's effing go. Big day today with a lot of money to be made. Damn straight. Damn straight. Joe Free, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Mr. Burke, good morning. Shane Russell, good morning. Just rolling down the list. Hey, Zeus, good morning, my brother. Joe Dirt, good morning. Michael, good morning. Rich, good morning. Juan, good morning. Anthony, Mr. KD, Joshua, Zach, Shane Johnson, good morning. Can I break down the Clemson game? Sure, we'll take a look at it. Brandon, good morning. Andrea, good morning. Greg Engel, good morning. Alex, good morning. Ronald, my brother, good morning. Rich says they're clearing the path to the NFL kickoff, right? No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But I don't know about you guys, but I am thoroughly locked, loaded, ready to fire away. You know, I do have a bone to pick. Every Saturday for like the last, I don't know how many months, we've had to wait until like 4 p.m. Eastern time to get baseball. Occasionally we'd get one early game on a Saturday, but we've had to wait for action on a Saturday. And now all of a sudden, now that college football's back, baseball wants to fucking start early. Like, what the fuck? You made us wait until 4 p.m. every day, every Saturday. And now we get it early. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but hey, now you give it to us early because there's something else on TV? Uh-huh. I see how it is. You suck, Major League Baseball, making us wait every Saturday until now, when we got better shit to watch. Just me venting gambler's frustration. By the way, UFC is early today. UFC is early. Like early. Don't be sleeping, because the UFC is in just a couple of hours. I think that first official fight, it was supposed to start at 1 Eastern, and I think it's now 2, but don't quote me. Your best bet is to make sure you're on board early, that's for sure. And the max fight pick is one of the early fights. And then are we sure the mob's not burying people in the parking lot? Hey, they could be. They could be. Yeah, they, strangely and oddly enough, they definitely in the last couple of years, have done their fair share of digging up the parking lot. That's for sure. That is for sure. Give me 1 second, folks. Hang on 1 second, folks. Man. Hold on. All right, so we're going to take a look. Some college football. I'm sure we'll take a look at some Major League Baseball. The sheriff is in town. Very nice. Thank you for joining us, Edward. The sheriff is back. Joseph Browning, good morning. We are 51 minutes away from football, so we'll take a look at some early stuff. Edward's putting together some gym equipment. Very nice. Hopefully it doesn't become a clothes hanger and a clothes rack. Everybody watch out. The sheriff is back. The sheriff is in town. Alrighty, so we pull up the live odds. We'll pull up everything, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into today. How about that Cubs over yesterday, huh, folks? Everybody's saying it wouldn't happen. Everybody's saying it wouldn't happen. Hey, Zeus, what's your username on the website? That way I can... pull up your account. Or actually, here, I got it. I see it now. I see it now. Give me 1 second. Let me see. We have today's UFC event. We had one on the 28th, one on the 21st, one on the 7th. You have actually had all three. Don't worry, brother. Got you taken care of. All right. Shane's putting together new beds. Sounds fun. Jesus FC is supposed to be on. He actually had a little emergency at the house. A car went flying through, I think, his side wall, took out his wife's brand new car. So he actually had to leave what he was doing yesterday and head home and talk to police and insurance and all of that stuff. And some random car wrecked, went through his back or side wall. I've seen the pictures, and then crashed right into his wife's brand new car. Fucking insane. Insane. Raymond, that's too much information. We don't want to know that stuff. But yeah, he's scheduled to be on the live show, but obviously tentative based on all of that stuff. So we're going to have some fun. Thomas G, what's going on? Glad to see you back, sir. Go Tennessee, right? Ronald says, Sly Fox, you called that Cubs over, and I was on it. We did something right yesterday. We did something right. I mean, occasionally we make a couple money moves, right? I mean, we did something right. The Baltimore first five was a disaster. My game of the week. Man, I was so excited for my game of the week yesterday. And then, boom. We get a run in the first. We get more in the second, more in the third. Next thing you know, it's 5-2 in the fifth inning. And we've got over 8.5. And I'm like, yeah, we got this one. We get 4 innings to get 2 runs to notch a victory. Another one. And nope. We get 1 more in the 8th, and that's it. Shane's new bed looks like a WWF ring. Jumping in from the top ropes. Rich says, was it FC that did it? Thought his truck was in reverse, but it was in drive, and he slammed on the brakes, or slammed on the gas. No, it wasn't his. It wasn't his. He drives like a little Geo Metro. Just kidding. I think it's a Range Rover. I like to give him a hard time. Big old boy in a Metro. All right, we better get this show on the road, because if we just keep chitter-chattering, games will have started without us. So, without further ado, obviously we're not going to be able to hit every single game. And there's going to be some games, like the Oklahoma and Tulane game, where we have a play on the game. And I'm not necessarily going to be able to give out what side we're on. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that game. Prime example. Oklahoma and Tulane, the Green Wave going up against the Sooners. The number 2 ranked Sooners. Having a college football team ranked before they even play a damn game is stupid, in my opinion. In my opinion, taking preconceived thoughts and ideas from last year based on, on recruiting classes. But again, generally not how teams always come out and play. We've seen that yesterday in some shit games, let me tell you. Talk about some shit games yesterday. North Carolina playing like a bag of ass. Duke losing by 3. Hell, even St. Francis, PA put up more on Eastern Michigan yesterday than North Carolina put up on Virginia Tech. Kansas squeaked out a victory. Michigan State, as expected, slaughtering Northwestern. Colorado winning by 28, keeping that game under. Little fucks. Needed that one to go over. But we will take a look at some of these games, including the very first one between Oklahoma and Tulane. Getting those live odds up and running, courtesy of our friends over at betonline.ag. Just remember, if you've never made an account at BetOnline, if you go make an account, but first of all, you have to click on the links on our website. That way BetOnline knows you came from us. But if you do that, and you deposit a minimum of $50 for a brand new account, and you send the screenshots, I will give you either 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays absolutely free as a way of saying thank you for just supporting our sponsors. Tim says Trap City yesterday. Yeah, there was definitely some traps. There was definitely some traps yesterday. I know a lot of you are just now coming back in action. So we're going to have some fun. We are definitely going to have some fun. Alrighty. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. All right. Somewhere along the lines, I'm going to find it. There it is. Tulane and Oklahoma. Edward says, Duke got me worse than North Carolina. Duke. Don't even get me started. I had a beautiful teaser to win 2,000 on Duke plus 3.5. Actually, Duke was plus 4.5, I believe. No, 3.5. North Carolina plus 4.5. And the over 35.5 in the Michigan State game. So close, but so far away. Remember, first week of college, we generally do take it easy. We may have a lot of college plays, but we will still take it easy for the sole fact that there was no preseason. Line on Oklahoma at lane 32, plus 32 for the Green Wave. Over and under set at 67. First quarter number, Oklahoma, lane 9.5. And the over is set at 14.5. If the total was at 14, I'd be all over it. I would be all over this total for the first quarter. Shane, I do a teaser every now and then. I loved this one, man. Loved it. I got 10 points from BetOnline at minus $1.30, 2,600 to win $2,000. And the only one that fucked me up, North Carolina. Round Robin George, Reuben Tuesday, I remember them all, Eddie. I remember them all. All right, so first half numbers, Oklahoma laying 20.5, laying 3 touchdowns. Over and under set at 37 in the first half. Like I said, that first half number is set at 14.5 for the over. If it was at 14, I would be all over it. I wish I could get this one at 14. Unfortunately, I can't. I think worst case scenario, if you get 14 for a first half or first quarter team total over, I think the worst case scenario is you're looking at a push. The Oklahoma defense, which over the years, Edward, it's probably him. He's looking for a parking lot, right? Over the years, Oklahoma has not had a defense. Last year, they gave up on average 21.7 points per game. Definitely better than what they've done. Hold on 1 second, folks. Hold on 1 second. Hector, my brother, I got him coming your way. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. Texting back some clients. Yeah, Joe, it's at 14.5, unfortunately. Aaron Gore, what's going on, sir? Good morning to you. Good morning to you as well. Oklahoma gave up 21.7 points per game on defense last year on average, holding the run to 3.5 yards per carry. 106 a game on the ground is what they gave up. 246 in the air at 6.6 yards per passing attempt. Overall, they ended up at +5 on the turnovers. Tulane as well ended +5 on turnovers, where their high-flying offense was averaging 34.7 points per game. They were averaging 217 yards a game on the ground at 5.1 yards per carry, as well as 177 in the air at at 6.8 yards per passing attempt, led by quarterback Michael Pratt, who accounted for more touchdowns last year. He had 28 total, 20 in the air, 8 on the ground, than any first-year player in the nation last year. I think the Green Wave are going to come in, and I think they're going to think they can hang with Oklahoma. And they might for the beginning of the game. And Michael Pratt's going to make some great plays. He'll probably put up some touchdowns. But it's that Green Wave defense that I don't think will be able to hang long-term with Oklahoma. And if for some reason Michael Pratt and the Green Wave can keep pace offensively with what Oklahoma is going to do, then that total is 67, which I think regardless if Tulane can keep pace, I think the over 67 for a first week game is still in play. The line has Oklahoma laying 32. Let's just say they cover the spread. And Pratt and company get their touchdowns. I think it's going to take Oklahoma all game to outdistance them. But I think when it's all said and done, I think the Green Wave will put up enough points to help Oklahoma put up enough points to cash an over. I do lean towards the over 67. And man, as much as that first quarter total over 14.5 is enticing, I just don't think I can take it. But I really want to. But I know better because 14.5. Alex, if your book has 14, I think there's value in it. I think worst case scenario is you're looking at a push. Worst case scenario. Jalissa, what's going on? So, Alex, yeah, over 14, I think worst case scenario is you're getting your money back. I don't see how first quarter they're not putting up 14 or more. They probably put up more than that. They probably put up more than that. But there might be better. And we'll take a look at that one. All right, again, we do have a play on the side on this one. Do we think the Green Wave's going to keep it within the 32? Or are we going to be rolling with the Sooners? We'll take a look in a minute. Well, we already took a look. If you want to know, take a minute and go get premium plays, and then you can find out. Another one that I want to look at, and we're going to be bouncing around the games and see the kind of damage that we can do. William tuning in via text. Good morning. Take a look at the Penn State and Wisconsin game. Nicholas, good morning. Little Heat, good morning. Penn State and Wisconsin. Penn State last year went 4-5 straight up, 4-5 against the spread, 4-4-1 to the over. Wisconsin went 4-3 straight up, 3-4 against the spread, and 3-4 to the over. Wisconsin 5-5 against the spread in the month of September. Penn State 1-6 against the spread on the road when facing a higher ranked team in their last 7 times facing a ranked team. Keep in mind, a lot of this shit doesn't even matter. It's a new season, new players, new personnel, new coaches. Historical data shows that Wisconsin is 6-1 to the over in their last 7 games when they're playing at home against a lower ranked team. Lower ranked. Now, Wisconsin is definitely the favorite for the Big Ten West. No doubt about it. Graham Mertz is going to keep Wisconsin moving the ball down the field. What is he? The next Russell Wilson? Is what I hear about him. Wisconsin will be returning, I believe it's 8 starters on defense. 8 starters. Not bad if you ask me. Not bad if you ask me. Taking a look at the line on this one. If I ever get the line up here. There we go. Wisconsin laying 5.5. Penn State catching the 5.5. Plus 190 on the money line for Penn State. Over and under set at 49. Edward, what am I missing? What am I missing? Dick Kick Actual in the house. Brandon in the house as well. Good morning, guys. Michael, good morning. Alrighty, so total set at 49. First half numbers. Wisconsin laying 3. Over and under set at 24. First quarter numbers sitting at 10. Sitting at a low and whopping 10. A 10. You guys know me, my first quarter overs. Uh-huh. I'm liking it. Oh, yeah, Edward, Russell Wilson. No, they're calling him the next Russell Wilson. But is he taking the ex-girlfriends? Maybe. Diving a little more into this one. What can you expect out of Penn State? What can we expect out of the old Nittany Lions? They're returning 9 starters on offense, including their quarterback. Sean Clifford will be back. they should have some firepower. They really should. They should have some great offense. Last year on offense, Penn State averaged just under 30 points per game at 29.8, while giving up 27.7 points per game on defense. On offense, they averaged 3.9 yards per carry, 174 a game on the ground, 7.5 in the air at 256 yards per game. They ended up -8 on turnovers. Penn State was plagued by turnovers. Wisconsin overall ended up even Steven at 0. Wisconsin's offense averaged 25.1 points per game last year. A very pathetic 25.1 points per game. They got the job done on defense, though, where they were giving up just 17.4 points per game. Wisconsin's defense has always been a big run stopper. One of 3 teams to hold teams under 100 yards a game rushing. They gave up just 96 yards a game on average. Little Heat says, hit the thumbs up. Come on, people, show some love back. We appreciate it when you do. Nittany Lions head coach, James Franklin. I definitely feel he's going to have the heat on him to produce much better end results than what they're used to. I read a report earlier in the week that they were picked second to finish in the East behind Ohio State. Now, they're going to get 4 consecutive home games where they should be favored at home coming up. The next 4 games after this one, they should be at home, and they should be a favorite to win all of them. Talk about a great conference opener that we get today, Penn State, Wisconsin. Should be a great game no matter what. And again, Penn State 4-0 against the spread against Wisconsin. Just going to point that out. Alrighty, so as far as this game goes, I don't have $1 on this game. I do not have $1 on this game. I sneakily, and I don't know why, but I tend to think that we see some offense in this one. Now, usually first games of the season, offenses are a little rusty. There's some mistakes. And they always favor defense. Both of these teams, big defensive units. Wisconsin, one of 3 teams holding teams under 100 yards rushing on average per game last year. Only one of 3 teams to do it. I think we'll see some defensive mistakes. I think we'll see some offensive firepower by the likes of Graham Mertz. I think we'll also see some offensive firepower coming from the other side as well because of defensive mistakes early on. Where this game would normally go under, and most backers are probably taking the under. And before I even go look at the numbers, and again, I don't base where people are betting on where I bet, because I could give a rat's ass where the public is betting or the self-imposed title sharp bettors are betting. All I care about is where I think the fucking money should go. In reality, it's all that I care about. That's all that's important to me. And the reason why that's important is because I need to know where I'm putting my money. I don't give a rat's ass where some blonde bimbo is putting her money. 56% on the over, 44% on the under as of right now. 64% all rolling with the dog in Penn State. As far as this one goes, I think Wisconsin gets the job done. I don't know if they cover the 5.5. I think we see a close game. I think we see a very close game. For that, if you made me choose a side, I would probably take Penn State plus the 5.5. If you allowed me to bet a money line, I'd probably take Wisconsin on the money line. But what I do like is I do like the over 49. And that first quarter over 10, I do like. I do like that first quarter over 10. I do like that first quarter over 10. I think, again, worst case scenario is we're looking at a push in that one. All right. Moving right along, because we've got some more games to break down. We've got some more games to take a look at. And again, we're not going to take a look at all of them because it would just be impossible. Steven Sanchez locked in the over 10. Right there with you, brother. I would not be opposed to a parlay if for some reason that Oklahoma number dropped, but I don't think that it will. Another one that I want to look at. Quick little breakdown. And I do believe there's some significant value in here. And if I can find it, I will give it to you. And we'll go over that. Gotta find it here. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, I think I found it. I have not found it. The Fordham and Nebraska game. For some reason, I can no longer find the line on this one. It was out a little bit ago. And for some reason or another, hit the refresh button. I cannot find it now all of a sudden. But again, is anybody on Bet Online and seeing the total on the Fordham and Nebraska game? Out of curiosity, because I don't see it anymore. Take one more gander, then we'll move on if I don't see it. I don't see it. Nope, never mind, I found it. I found it. There it is. Added extra game 308,975. Nebraska laying 42 with a total over and under 55. Just so everybody knows, and this is going to be a quick little one because games are getting ready to start, and I'm just about to give it to you guys. It's not that I like Nebraska because I don't like Nebraska. But the total on this one, the total in the Fordham and Nebraska game, over 55. I am rolling with the over. The over. Not just rolling with it, it is a free personal play, just so you guys know. So we're going to put that in the comment section and get you guys on something early. Now, the Vibe Interactive board is still down. Hopefully, it will be out. I actually talked to their support, and they're supposed to call me back. And they're supposed to call me back. So, eventually, that Vibe board will get fixed. But not yet. But anyways, Fordham, Nebraska, over 55. All right, over 55. Free play alert. Free play alert. Beep, 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 beep. All right. Just going to gander at the rest of the early games that I don't have anything on. Temple, Rutgers. Battle of the shit versus shit. Over 52 on that one. Is what I lean towards. Actually, the line is up to 53 right now. Quick little rundown on the other games. Louisiana Monroe and Kentucky. I think 31 might be a lot for Kentucky in this game, but I do like the over 54. And especially if Kentucky can't cover the 31 because Louisiana Monroe keeps pace, then I think we might see some points in that game. Stanford and Kansas State. Stanford, the Pac-12, get no love against K-State. Now, Stanford was just straight trash last year. And I'm not sure really what to expect other than probably a lot of points. Generally speaking, Stanford would play and games go under. I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case today. As far as this one goes, no love for Stanford. I do like Stanford plus the 3.5. But again, a lean means we're just leaning on it. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm betting it. But if I'm going to bet it, I'll let you know. Like the Nebraska over. Lean towards the over 54.5 as well in the Stanford game. But again, steering clear of it. Holy Cross in UConn. UConn? Give me the coin flip. UConn money line. Michigan and Western Michigan. Michigan. Michigan laying what? 16.5, I believe it is. Or actually, it's down to 16. One year, Jim Harbaugh is going to have a phenomenal year. And they're going to have to come out blaze of glory. And I think he knows this. We've been saying Harbaugh's been on the chopping block for the last couple of years. I think he feels it this year, and his team is going to be forced to come out blaze of glory. Here's another one. High total, 65.5. First quarter total, 14.5 at plus money at plus 110. If the first quarter was at 14, I'd probably take it. I would probably take it. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But it's not. We're not getting it at that. Army and Georgia State. Sorry, Army. Go Navy. Georgia State, baby. That's just more of a biased opinion right there. It's more of a biased opinion. Rice and Arkansas. Sorry, Rice. Arkansas is definitely the better talent. I just don't know if you really want to lay nearly 3 touchdowns, laying 19 points. All right, so moving along a little later in the day, Fresno State getting no love going up against Oregon. Oregon laying that big number. Oregon gets the job done. Personally, I hope they lose. Although they are ranked 11th, and they probably have the best chance at giving the Pac-12 some love this year, unless it's UCLA can pull an upset, which I don't think will happen. I don't think that will happen at all. Just taking a gander to see if that line happened to drop on Tulane and Oklahoma. Nope, it did not. First quarter number is still sitting at 14.5. Boo. Boo. As you can see, I'm rather disappointed. Moving right along, West Virginia and Maryland. West Virginia laying 3. Gotta roll with West Virginia. I think West Virginia, who comes in unranked, is going to be a sleeper this year. I really do. I think West Virginia will be a sleeper. And I think they do a lot more damage than a lot of people are going to be giving them credit for or expecting. Does Miami cover? That's a tough one. Alabama and Miami, I don't have a dollar on this game, nor will I today, folks. I think there's better games to put your money on. There's too many unknown variables on both sides. I think there's better games to put your money on. Remember, first week of college, don't get too excited, all right? It's like the preseason. Take the first week and think of it as preseason. It's exactly what you need to do. Give me 1 second. I'm texting FC. Give me 1 second. All right. But yeah, truth, between Alabama and Miami has the capability to cover, but if you go back and you look at what they've done in week ones, they have generally been slow starters. So again, I steer clear of it. Taking a quick gander of the games that start in 14 minutes and trying to single out only sickening first quarter totals and see if excuse me. See if we can find something to have some fun on. Like I said, Penn State and Wisconsin's first quarter total is sitting at 10. Louisiana Monroe and Kentucky sitting at 13. Stanford at 10.5, Army at 10.5, Western Michigan. And Michigan is 14.5. Unfortunately, I wish they were a little bit lower. Temple and Rutgers. Theirs is sitting on the low side as well. Give me 1 second. Just taking a gander at some other possibilities. By the way, Guaranteed Saturday. It's on sale today. It's on sale. It's $50 off. If you're not on it, it's only $100. It's already posted. It was posted yesterday. Line is perfect. And it's looking like a good one. It's looking like a good one. All right, so fun little one. Penn State and Wisconsin, and keep in mind, I normally bet. I normally don't do parlays. You guys know that. If I do, they're for fun. Kentucky and then the Wisconsin first quarters. Overs. Pays nice. A -115 and a -105 on both going over. 500 returns 13.22 plus your money back. Keep in mind, when I bet a parlay like this, it's for fun. All right? It's strictly for fun. And you guys should wager with the idea of fun and probably not winning it. Trying to start out the college football Saturday on a fun note. And I'm going to show you guys that I just bet it for 500 because we actually bet around these parts of town. So give me a second and I'm going to throw it up on this screen, but I got to airdrop this screenshot over here All right, FC will be on the show in about 10 minutes. So we'll get this program hurrying up and try and get you guys on this. But first, let's put this one up on the screen because we actually bet around these parts of town. All right, here's my fun little parlay. Just my fun little parlay. And please, if you guys follow along, wager responsibly. And if we lose, too fucking bad. All right? If we lose, too fucking bad. It's a parlay for fun. Keep that in mind. For fun. With a capital fucking F. For fun. There it is on the screen. Penn State and Wisconsin first quarter over 10. Action junkie play. Parlayed with the UL Monroe in Kentucky over 13. Like I said, action junkie play. Action junkie. Sometimes we get a little Action Jackson going on over here, all right? We get a little frisky, and we get ready to rock and roll, and that's exactly what we're doing today. That's exactly what we're doing today. Chef Bayer put the house on it. Man, that's what I love to hear, brother. That's what I love to hear. Me and you will be celebrating steak, lobster, maybe some crab legs, colossal shrimp for appetizers. We will definitely be celebrating this one. And if you really have a set of balls, you can put the Oklahoma first quarter over 14.5 involved in that parlay and really see what you're made of. Brandon said you just put 25 on it. Very good. Again, always wager responsibly, especially when you do something stupid like this. If you do something stupid like this, you always want to make sure it's fun money or you're playing with house money, you know, something of those natures. By the way, I'm just going to throw this out, a $500 four-teamer with the first two that we talked about and then add in the Michigan over 14.5 and the Oklahoma 14.5. 500 pays six over $6,800. I'm just saying. Thomas says, funny, I already put that bet in when you said it. Smart man. Smart. We definitely think alike. All right, so taking a gander at some of the later games just at random. All right, guys, because FC's going to be on the show in 8 minutes, and then we got to get you guys going. Alabama, Miami. We started talking about this a little bit. Again, I think there's better games to put your money on. 19.5, it's a tough number. That is a tough number. Alabama number 1 in the country. Miami number 14. They're in Miami. Alabama historically comes out a little flat in the beginning of the season. And they usually play Citadel or the likes of Citadel. By no means is Miami going to be a gimme game for them. By no means. Again, Alabama, stay away. No opinion on it. As far as the total over and under goes, staying away from it. I think there's just too many variables that can affect this game and really fuck it up. I think there's way better games to put your money on. I think that parlay I just gave you guys that's still on the screen is a better viable option than betting anything on that Miami game to start. My opinion. But while I find some other ones to take a look at, we do have a public service announcement. Don't bet with clowns, folks. In Iowa State. Iowa State comes in ranked 7th, laying a huge number, over 30, laying 31. Oregon says bet 365 sucks. They don't have that option. Then go open up an account elsewhere. Iowa State is laying 31 points. Pass. Raging Cajuns, baby. This is not the Raging Cajuns of 3 years ago where we cashed like every fucking week on them. They're playing Texas. I think we get a great game. I think the over 58 cashes. As far as Texas goes, I do lean towards Texas laying the 8.5 as well as the over 58. Sorry, who dat, Bob? But I think the Longhorns get the best of the Raging Cajuns. And you guys know me. I love me my Raging Cajuns. Just bouncing around. Monmouth has a football team? Middle Tennessee all day long. You know, Middle Tennessee State actually laying 8.5 actually almost made my personal plays. I think I had better options out there. I mean, I put out a lot of personal plays there. I have 4 college games that I gave out. I have 4 college games that I put out. And baseball. A baseball. This one almost made the list. Almost. Mr. Burke hit the rewind button. We had it on the screen for about 5 minutes. Holy Toledo laying nearly 40 points against Norfolk State. Holy Toledo is going to run it right out of the stadium. I got to lean towards the over 56 on this one. I got to lean on the over 56 on this one. Now, Georgia and Clemson. We said we'd talk about this one. And we're going to make this a short, sweet, to the point one. This is going to be, by all means, a great game. Going to be a great game. The Trevor Lawrence era of Clemson is gone. The new quarterback, I can't even pronounce his last name. We'll just call him DJ. Ukulele. Now, Georgia. Georgia is not on my mind. This would be a very big, statement win right there. Just fucking stomping right on them if Georgia can somehow beat Clemson today. Lord help the SEC that Georgia cannot beat Clemson today. I don't think that they do. Georgia went 8-2 last year, 4-6 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. While Clemson went 10-2 at 5-7 against the spread, 7-5 to the over. Clemson 7-1 against the spread when playing at Bank of America Stadium. Neutral site game in North Carolina. No, they are not in Clemson. Georgia 13-21 against the spread their last 34 games as an underdog of 7 or less points. As far as this game goes, Clemson gets the win. I think it might be a close game. But when it's all said and done, former USC Trojans quarterback JT Daniels, which, by the way, when he played for USC, he played like a bag of ass. He played worse than Sam Darnold played on average when Sam Darnold was with the Jets. Now, coming out of high school, JT Daniels was actually ranked higher than Trevor Lawrence. I'm not a fan of JT Daniels. Not that he defected and went to Georgia. The only reason he defected and went to Georgia is because he got passed up by that kid out of Phoenix, Kenon Slovis, who will be a Heisman frontrunner. The JT Daniels name is going to be out there, but when it's all said and done, this kid's going to make mistakes. He's going to fumble. He's going to throw interceptions. And I think we see that with the defensive pressure from Clemson. When it's all said and done, Clemson gets the job done. Now, they were $1.33 on the money line, but I think it will be the mistakes of JT Daniels and the defense by Georgia, that will break down. I think between the defensive breakdown of Georgia as well as JT Daniels trying to force the ball downfield, force the ball to try and be a playmaker, I think that consistent pressure both offensive from DJ at Clemson and then Clemson's defense on JT Daniels, I think will be too much for Georgia. Clemson, baby. Clemson, baby. There you have it. There's my lean on that one. And by the way, we did put out a free play on that game, just so you guys know. BYU and Arizona. Arizona getting no love. They went 0-5 last year. Oh, 5 redshirt freshman for BYU getting the start. Jalen Hall will be getting the start today. 6'1", 205-pounder. He beat out Romney and Conover. But can they replace Zach Wilson? Can they? The number 2 overall pick in the draft. Can either one of these replace him? No, they're not going to. However, they are up against Arizona. Arizona is on a 12-game losing streak. Thank God I'm not a Wildcats fan. Thank God I'm a Trojan fan. I gotta say, it's gotta suck to be a Wildcats fan. You're on a 2-year, 12-game losing streak. Now, here's the thing that I don't like about Arizona. They haven't named a starting quarterback. Gunnar Cruz, who's that Washington State transfer, and Will Plummer are both going to get snaps. I don't like this. Pick one and fucking go with it. Pick one and go. But again, big number here, 12 points. Neutral site game at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Arizona desperately trying to snap a 12-game losing streak. Thank God they moved on from Kevin Sumlin. Straight fucking disaster. He sucked. If you guys remember a couple years ago when they signed him, I was all over how horrible for that program that was going to be. And it turned into an absolute disaster. Arizona has talent. Arizona has recruited talent. They got a lot of local talent as well. But if you have talent and you have an absolute horrible coach that can't utilize his talent properly, who tried to make their quarterback last year do something he was not. Let him stand in the pocket and fucking take hits. Jed Fish, which, by the way, former quarterback coach for the New England Patriots, you know he has a coaching pedigree underneath him. Honing his skills in the NFL under Bill Belichick. I like Arizona here. I think Arizona's a sleeper. Now, are they going to go out and have a stellar season? Going 0-5 last year and losing 12 straight. Notching a big victory over BYU would be a huge victory for the Wildcats. Arizona, baby, plus the points. That is where I'm leaning towards. Yes. Yes, Parlay just started. Parlay just started. I do have the Michigan game on, but we're going to turn the channel. What we really need is we need like an MLB mix that DirecTV has. We need that for all the college games. But again, do lean towards Arizona today to get the job done. Somebody let me know when Wisconsin or Penn State put up their first touchdown and extra point, as well as Kentucky. Hopefully, we get some scores early and fast and no bullshit. All right, so excuse me, folks. It's that time. We got to call doctor. We got to call the doctor. We got UFC in less than an hour. So we are going to call the doctor. Dr. FC. And see what we can get out of Dr. FC. You guys are ready? So am I. Let's call the old doctor in the house. Let me know if you guys could hear fine as well in the chat.
Hey, brother, what's up?
Dr. FC.
Hey, man.
Dr. Loser. You going to win today or what?
Of course.
Of course. Okay, that's what I like to hear. By the way, you're live.
Yeah, it is.
You're live.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You're live. Everybody's hating on you. They say you suck. If you don't rally today, they're going to hang you from the stratosphere.
Why is that?
What'd you say?
I said, why? We're not doing bad. We're doing great.
Mob lynching. It's Saturday. We get UFC this morning. Somebody just said UFC tonight. No, UFC in an hour. UFC in an hour. By the way,
UFC in 2 hours.
Or 2 hours, excuse me. If you're not on FC's UFC card right now, it's a measly $29.99. You know you spent more than that on McDonald's this morning or donuts. So go get FC's UFC card as well as his Max Fight Pick because you guys are going to love it. And I will tell you this, full disclaimer, the Max Fight Pick, it's early. So if you think that you're going to, just wait around a little bit and then go get the Max Fight Pick, we're already going to be fucking celebrating. So, by the way, Dr. FC, what do we got on this card today? Let's talk about the card. Because I know you're already texting me while we talk that you have to run to go do interviews, so make it fucking quick. Hold on. I'm doing the interview here, all right? Do not rush greatness. Do not rush greatness. Or we'll call up Sam. I don't know. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. Dr. FC, tell us about this card. I'm in a really good mood if you can't tell.
Good. I'm exhausted. I've been on airplanes nonstop and running back and forth. So, no, this card, I like this card a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of great action on this card. It's a sleeper card. It wasn't supposed to be in Vegas, but it was supposed to be in the UK. And that's why the time is where it's at. That's why when you look, you see a bunch of Brits on the card. You see a lot of foreigners, so to speak. So, yeah, this card was slated to have a bunch of fights. Because of the switch, we had a ton of visa issues. A lot of work that went into prepping for this card is going to just pay off for the next card and the next card after that because they're still trying to book those people. It's just the UK fell apart when they decided to put restrictions back on things. So this card was slated to have 10 fights. Yesterday, Martinez and fell out and Rojo fell out. So Martinez missed weight, and then the doctors didn't clear him. He was not looking great yesterday. It's funny, I had to run right after weigh-ins to go handle a personal situation, which sucked. But I got to watch all the weigh-ins, so we got to everything you see. I think you're even in the write-ups. You see where if a fighter looked bad on the scale, I even say it. So yeah, no, I think this is a 9-fight slate. A lot of people had to travel last minute. We have a lot of last minute put together fights. So we have people that were supposed to be on last week. They were on standby for last week just in case someone fell out, are put on this card. So I think we have a good slate here. I know football's starting, but I'm telling you guys, jump on the UFC. It's funny. I told the UFC, the ESPN and production, I was like, can y'all just push it back an hour? I need an hour. And they're, it's just a joke. And then the fight fell through, and I got a text that said, "You're welcome." I was like, what? And come to find out, they pushed it back till 2. It was supposed to start at 1. So
yeah, I don't know how they trying to compete with college football today. They should have made it a Friday night card, to be honest.
Yeah. It's just that they want to make sure they hit everyone in the UK while they're still awake. Yeah. So because it was supposed to be over there, it was supposed to be at this time, and being that it's here at the Apex, the UFC has full reign over the facility, so they can start whenever they want.
Now, here's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Before we jump into the fights, I told everybody that they had a crazy guy plowed his car through one of your walls, tagged your wife's brand new car. Was he drunk?
I don't know. He I wasn't there, so I had to come in late. I got all the pictures from my wife. My wife was freaking out, and yeah, no, I don't know what's up with him. I asked my wife about that, and she said that it was just he looked as if he was a little wobbled, but it could have been a concussion. I mean, it was a bad wreck. I mean,
I saw it was
bad.
Fun.
Yeah, it took out my whole fence, and this was just one of my houses here in the United States, and yeah, it took out. Yeah, it did not well, but I mean, it didn't hit the house, so that's good. And it was 4-car pile up, and it was, I mean, total 2 of the cars were completely messed up. One wrapped around a pole. Everyone I hear is fine. Had to talk to police and everything. Had to rush back, but
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm back here now, so
well, that's good. All right, so here's what I want to know, and I'm gonna just jump right into it because I know you're busy. And I know you said earlier you would come on live, even though you really didn't have the time. You're running behind us to make it quick. The Charles Jourdain and Julian Erosa fight.
Oof.
I know. I knew you were going to say that. You're
yeah.
You're predictable. I knew I was going to get a grunt out of you.
I think. Well, this fight I think is going to be a good fight. I think it's funny. I actually was talking to a colleague and I said, "Man, did you hear that?" And he said, "No." I said, "Julian Erosa just told me he's going to go take down heavy." And he said, "Oh, really?" And then he went to go talk to Julian Erosa. Now there's a huge article where Julian Erosa has detailed out that he's going to go take down heavy in this fight. It's smart, talking to Julian Erosa. He's like, I like the guy. The problem is he has no chin. He fights at 145. This is a catchweight at 150 because he's taking it on short notice. And Charles Jourdain can hit hard, and he has problem with weight issues as well. So he was glad to take it at 150. The issue with this fight, and we did initially have a lean on the under 2.5. I actually liked the fight doesn't go to distance. When I bet it myself, I had it at minus 180, and then it just jumped to minus 200, and even the under 2.5 has now jumped to like minus 2 something. And I hate that price. Knowing now that Julian Erosa is going to go for a takedown heavy game plan, I think Julian Erosa is live. I know Charles Jourdain. What Charles Jourdain told me and what his camp told me is that he plans to allow the pressure from Julian Erosa to come his way, and he's just really great at pull counters. He pulls people in with his shoulders, and then he counters with that same with a hook or a straight, and it's sort of mesmerizing when fighters do it because it's almost like they're inviting you to hit them, and then they pull that shoulder back, and then boom, you got a punch right in the face and it knocks you out. So he's going to be looking to pull counter a lot. Julian Erosa, if he had a better chin, I would totally bet him here because the guy is really great on the ground, and Charles Jourdain's weakness is the ground. He's a great scrambler. When this article came out, Julian Erosa was stupid. I mean, he shouldn't have talked to my friend. He should have just left it to himself and just shocked the world. And we might have had something on Julian Erosa. But Charles Jourdain has read the article. He's talked to different people. His camp is now changing gears last minute to try to work on his takedown defense. There's not a lot you can do, but if you were looking for the element of surprise, it's gone now. So I think Jourdain ends up knocking out Julian Erosa at some point in this fight. I liked the under 2.5 initially, but I think Erosa's live, and I would definitely be careful. I think there's going to be some underdogs that shock people on this card. I think cards that are put together last minute like this, the fighters come in to fight, and the fighters who are preparing, even though they had a full camp, they have to switch things up. They may be fighting a grappler now where they were preparing for a striker. They may be fighting a striker when they're preparing for a grappler. And sometimes that makes a fighter hesitant. So you got to be careful with cards like this. But on a 9-fight slate, I'm telling you guys, it's a no-brainer. Get it. Next week, there is no UFC. So you guys are going to be missing me next week. And there's no Bellator. But after that, we got UFC and Bellator together on the same night again, which is going to be we're going to be cashing in a ton of money on that one. So jump on this one, prepare yourself. Let's get on some football, and then let's move to UFC and Bellator in 2 weeks.
So what is it that you like? You told me you like Julian Erosa. You also like Charles Jourdain. Jourdain.
Yeah,
like KO,
I think
and DK, or DQ is a plus $1.10.
I think a small stab on Julian Erosa is viable, and I do like the under 2.5. Julian Erosa's been working this Darce sequence. It's a Darce choke. It's a choke series that he's really been, and he's got these long limbs, and if he can catch Jourdain in there, but like I said, it's something that you need to take small. So I like the underdog Julian Erosa. Man, betting on Julian Erosa, it's just. You're going to be there. You're going to be sweating the whole time because the guy just doesn't have a chin. But at 150, when fighters cut a lot of weight, this is just what they say, but it's not necessarily exactly scientifically true. But there's quote unquote water around the brain, and as they're cutting weight, the thought process is that they're diminishing that water, and the more weight you cut, the less punches you can take. With Julian Erosa coming in at 150, he thinks that he's going to be able to take a shot better. He may be able to. I think he could. Jourdain hits very hard. I've been hit by Jourdain before. The little guy can pack a punch. So I don't. If he can hit Julian Erosa clean with a knee, Julian Erosa's tall, so he might not be able to get the knee up there. He's going to put him out. So I think the under 2.5 is probably the better bet, but I'm going to take a small stab on Julian Erosa and just call it a day and just enjoy it.
How does he win?
Well, if Erosa wins, he wins by submission or decision. So that's
okay. Julian Erosa by submission is plus 575.
Yeah, it's a big number out there. And last week I told you guys in the write up. I think Abdul Al Hassan last week. I was like, I think, dude, there's something in his eyes. Like, I don't know. There's something there. I think I see it. And he ends up knocking him out in the first 20 seconds, which if you would have bet it was like, I think it was like plus 1,000 in the first minute. And then he was like plus 625 in the first round, which I bet.
Absolutely.
And, since I bet a lot of the stuff, like, it's funny, I had some emails where it's like, how do you take $10 and make it into $1,000? And the way we do it is stuff like this. When I have on there, this person by submission, and I look at the submission prop and it's plus 1,000, you put, if you have $20 and you put $5 here, $5 there, you hit one of those, it's like, it just starts, it starts allowing yourself to just avalanche everything over. Next thing you know, you have $500 and you're now betting $100 on this, $100 on this, and next thing you know, you turn $25 into 13,000 in 3 months with how we have UFC so frequently.
Oh yeah. Well, I know I appreciate it. I know everybody else appreciates you coming on as well. I know you've got a lot going on and you're super busy and all that good stuff. All good. But thank you for coming on. I hope that you'll come on with us again. Even though you've got a little week off, hopefully you'll come on and chit chat and shoot the shit And
yeah, we could do that. There's never a week off. I still work. I just I'm able to take an extra day.
Company.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I'm able to take a couple days with my kids, able to take my wife on like date night, and then it's back at it. I'm traveling again, and we got Bellator and UFC right after. So get ready for that. Get pumped for that because I have pretty big bets for that card already set out, circled, ready to go.
Nice.
I just have to make sure that the week of everything sits in perfect.
Very
so
nice. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I know everybody else does. I know you had to keep it short and sweet this week and last week. Maybe we'll bring you on in the middle of the week, or maybe we'll come on and talk tomorrow. You know, we don't get any NFL until, you know, next Thursday and all of that stuff. So it's pretty light schedule as far as college football goes the next handful of days. So maybe you'll come on and chit chat with us. And
yeah, you can call me tomorrow after we sweep tonight. So
all right, after we sweep tonight, I will call you tomorrow.
Sounds good, man. I'll be ready.
You got it, brother. Good luck tonight. Thank you again, and I'll be seeing you shortly.
All right, bud. Take it easy. Bye.
There you have it. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Dr. FC. Always a good time when he comes on, and it's always fun. Always fun getting Dr. FC and giving him a little hassle, poking him in the side, and all of that good stuff. Love having the doctor on. Love that he actually comes on the live shows now and has fun with us. So we'll definitely get him back on the live show. Quick little updates on the scores. Wisconsin, 9.5 left. Penn State moving the ball. It's still 0-0. They are definitely fucking it up for us. Kentucky moving the ball at 7-0. There's 7.5 to go in the first quarter. Monroe already up 7-0. Rutgers getting a safety on Temple. Oklahoma game, 7-0 Tulane after Rattler threw that interception. Michigan up 7-0. Western Michigan getting ready to score. Getting ready to do their thing there. First quarter total on that was 14.5. If you guys remember, Penn State, lucky he got rid of that ball. Lucky he got rid of that ball. Now, Oklahoma moving the ball. Maybe we should have just taken the damn Oklahoma and Tulane over 14.5 and called it a day, because this Wisconsin and Penn State game is dragging ass. Now, there's 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left. And still plenty of time to bust a total on this one. But they definitely have to rip off some big plays, that's for sure, if it's going to happen. But that is what I have today, folks. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. And I'm going to try and break down the games tomorrow and put everybody on more winners. The Nittany Lions screwing it for us. Yes, Kentucky 7-7. That one is a winner. The only thing that we're missing is the Penn State and Wisconsin. They are going to fuck it up for us, no doubt about it. That I do believe they will do. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, they were definitely moving the ball. Penn State on the Wisconsin 34. And turnover on downs on 4th and 4, and they go for it. Nebraska touchdown. I like to see that. Them laying a big number. They need to start moving that ball a lot faster. This should be an offensive gimme. All right, guys, I am out. Enjoy your Saturday. Let's have a great day today. Please wager responsibly. Get on that UFC. Guaranteed Saturday. By the way, you have until 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific. 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific to get on board Guaranteed Saturday. If you guys want one massive college football game, Guaranteed Saturday. I'm going to make up my loss from yesterday on it, and then some. So I'm going to take me a nice big $20K, and I'm going to hammer the piss out of it. And you guys should as well. All right, folks, I'm out. Enjoy your Saturday. Thomas, yeah, they definitely fucked it up. Kick a goddamn field goal. But no, they screwed up for us. All right, folks, I'm out. Enjoy your day and wager responsibly. Good luck, everybody.